Hello kids, and welcome back to Storytime with Maddy. Today, we'll be reading Ribosome Mountain. In the nucleus in 1963, Ennis Del mRNA is hired to work a transcription job. The job was simple: transcribe the DNA code. It was easy work for Ennis, and since he was a codon cowboy, he was made for the job. After Ennis had copied the DNA into mRNA, Ennis's hire, Joe Synthesis, said it was time for part 2 of the job. Ennis needed to travel through Cytoplasm County and onto Ribosome Mountain. Ribosome Mountain was well known by all of the locals because it was made of RNA. There, he would meet Jack, tRNA Twist. Jack and Ennis became fast friends, as Ennis was a codon cowboy and Jack was an anti-codon cowboy. The two cowboys bonded on Ribosome Mountain. Their new job was translation. Twist got a crew of a couple other anti-codon cowboys and herded all of the free-range amino acids that grazed on Ribosome Mountain. They would bring them back to Del mRNA, who would help the boys arrange the amino acids into a polypeptide chain held together by peptide bonds by using the code he had brought from the nucleus. After lots of hard work, the boys had done it. They had successfully made polypeptide. More specifically, they had made the protein insulin. Ennis and Jack sent the crew on their way and decided to spend one last night on Ribosome Mountain before parting ways. They told stories of insulin around the fire, and about how it's used to control blood sugar in people who have type 1 diabetes. Insulin was one of the many hormones that helps the body turn food into energy. Then, the boys sorrowfully said their goodbyes and headed back to their families. As time passed, the two cowboys remained obsessed with Ribosome Mountain and their journey to make insulin. One day, Ennis was sitting at the table with his wife, Alma, still thinking about Ribosome Mountain.
"Hey, honey,"
he said.
"Yes, dear?"
she replied.
"Did you know point mutations don't affect the rest of codons during translation?"
No, I did not. Ennis,
"Yes, honey."
I'm getting real tired of all this protein synthesis talk. You haven't been to Ribosome Mountain in years.
But the truth was, Ennis and Jack frequently visited Ribosome Mountain in secret. They would exchange stories and talk about insulin just like old times. You see, times had changed since 1963, and codon and anti-codon cowboys were no longer seen as allies. It was dangerous for Ennis and Jack to continue their cycle of protein synthesis, but what they were doing was important. Without protein synthesis, the body wouldn't get the proteins it needs to survive.
Ennis, are you listening to me?
"I'm sorry, Alma. I'm going to Ribosome Mountain behind your back with Jack tRNA Twist."
Listen to me, Ennis Del mRNA. If you don't stop this protein synthesis nonsense, I'm leaving. You march up that darn mountain this instant, and you tell Twist it's all over.
"Okay, Alma."
Then Ennis silently stood up and walked out of the house. Back again on Ribosome Mountain, Ennis and Jack reunited once again.
Ennis, it's good to see you. Listen, I got something important to tell you.
Jack said.
"No. You listen to me, Jack. This protein synthesis business is finished."
Ennis.
"I'm sorry, Jack."
Ennis turned around and began to walk away.
Ennis, you better listen to me.
Jack said with a strange urgency.
Protein synthesis is my life now. I wish I knew how to quit it, but it's my job as tRNA. I can't do it without you.
"Go home, Twist. Go back to Cytoplasm County."
No. Something's wrong, Ennis. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
"Goodbye, Twist."
Ennis sighed. Jack looked up at Ennis like he was shot through the heart.
Tell you what, we could have supplied a lot of protein for the body, a lot of protein. But you didn't want it, Ennis. So now all we got is Ribosome Mountain. That's where proteins are made. That's all we got. So never mind, Ennis. Goodbye.
Then Jack tRNA Twist stormed down the mountain, and the two would never see each other again. About a week passed. Ennis officially retired from his work as a codon cowboy and was sitting on the porch watching the DNA whir around the nucleus. His wife, Alma, stepped outside onto the porch with a phone.
Joe Synthesis just called.
She said. She looked pale and frightened.
I'm real sorry, Ennis.
Ennis rose from his chair.
Alma, what's happened?
It's Jack. He was doing a translation job and... Well, do you know what deletion is, Ennis?
You mean when a base gets deleted from the strand and shifts everything to the left, messing up the entire code?
They say they don't know how it happened. It was just a mutation. The cell messed up while copying its own DNA and... Well, when everything went haywire, Jack, he was so upset, he stumbled backwards and he accidentally fell all the way down Ribosome Mountain.
No.
I'm sorry, Ennis. I never should have come in between you and protein synthesis.
So you see, children, protein synthesis is necessary for the cell to function, and if you get in between a man and his ribosome, someone could die. The end.